If you would have told me 20 years ago that Martinsville, Darlington, Bristol, and Talladega would suck,
it doesn't even.
I'd have slapped you.
It doesn't even sound right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? You lost your mind.
That doesn't even sound right.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Brad, and with me, as always, is John, and this is Race Car Spelled Backwards, episode 123, or 123.
Or 123.
When I read it, it says episode 123.
So that's just how you. That's how it comes out.
That's how I interpret those three numbers together.
At least for recording this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first time I was practicing how I was going to open the show. I wanted to get a good practice. It's been 2 weeks, man. I needed a good vocal warm-up practice there for
to get
start of the show.
Hello, everybody, out of the way. That first one out of the way. Shake the rust off.
I get my podcast voice back.
Knock the rust off.
Start enunciating for about 3 seconds and then move on to normal.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks we've been off.
Yeah. It's been nice.
Yeah. That's sad. Like, the thing is, we actually really do enjoy podcasting.
Yes. The podcast part is a lot of fun.
But
the NASCAR part is what's a little shaky.
A little. That's an understatement. I think this is the worst 5-race stretch NASCAR has ever had. And you had Martinsville sucked. Then you had Darlington sucked. Bristol sucked. So 4 races.
Well, it's going to be 5 because then we had
Texas, that's true.
Then we had Talladega, and we're going to Texas next. So it's going to be 5.
You know, what I was telling you the other day, I said, if you would have told me 20 years ago that Martinsville, Darlington, Bristol, and Talladega would suck,
it doesn't even.
I'd have slapped you.
It doesn't even sound right.
I'm like, what are you talking about? You lost your mind.
That doesn't even sound right.
No, nothing is right about this. Nothing. I mean, I'm not going to Jeff Gluck rant it. I might. I'm not going to say I'm not, because I tend to get really passionate when I get mad about this.
Yeah.
But it's really getting old, you know?
Right.
It's getting exhausting, getting mad every week because the quality of the racing sucks.
Nothing's getting better.
No, nobody cares.
It's not changing. Like, it is as bad as it was the first time we had this car.
Honestly, I think it's gotten worse.
I think it has too.
Because the better the teams get, the more they figure out.
The more they understand about this car.
The more they all run just alike.
Yeah.
I mean, like that. I don't remember who said it now, but we put everybody in the exact same cars and we're expecting something.
Was that Larson?
No, somebody said that. Crew chief said it recently, something about that. But I'm with them. I mean, you're trying to defy physics here. They're all in the exact same car. They're reading each other's data. So whoever's doing the best, they're all copying that now. So
yeah, and they can copy it exactly.
Yeah, and they're that good too.
Yeah,
and these cars are that bad where they can do that. So I don't know. Before we jump into the racing talk, let's just catch up on the last 2 weeks. So trout fishing. Went trout fishing.
That was fun.
It was the best trout fishing.
That was a lot of fun.
Of my life. And I've been on a lot of trout. I've never caught that many trout. And I mean, we kept our limit, which was 8 apiece, right?
Right.
So we limited out Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there we got a cooler full of fish.
32 trout.
And that's just what we kept. I mean, that last day you threw 4 or 5 back.
Oh, I know.
I threw a couple back that were small. And then we went and caught those where it all began.
Yeah, those
little baby fish.
Little micro brown trout.
They're cool. They're fun to catch. I mean, they're like that.
I mean, they are literally just 2 or 3 inches.
Yeah. I'd say like 4 to 6. The 2 or 3 inch ones were just eating the bait. It was hard to hook one of those. You'd had to,
Yeah.
probably would have killed one of those.
Yeah, but that's where it all started. That's what we caught our very first trout trip.
Yeah, I mean, and it was kind of uneventful.
I know, it was.
Meth Head Dave wasn't there.
No.
We did have a compound. Oh, we had Tonto.
I was about to say Tonto Tammy.
Tonto Tammy. Oh, Lordy. We met Tonto. Well, we didn't actually meet Tonto Tammy. We saw Tonto Tammy at the gas station.
We were grabbing napkins, right?
I don't remember what we were.
I think we were getting napkins.
Something. Yeah, paper towels.
Yeah,
we
paper
forgot
towels.
that. So I'm buying paper towels at the only general store gas station around the mountain. And Tonto Tammy and maybe her mother-in-law pulls up with a kid in their lap.
Yeah.
Like a 3-year-old in their lap. No car seat, just riding around. She's got a shirt on that she grew out of 32 years ago and pants that she probably never fit in. Well, shorts. They're not even pants.
Yeah, they were shorts.
Like underwear.
They're like short khaki shorts.
Yeah, underwear.
With
or khaki underwear.
With her ankle boots and her
gun.
Her ankle boots, her gun on her hip, and her thigh-high socks.
And a bikini top. That was at the campground. We didn't know Tonto Tammy was actually camping where we were fishing at. So we're driving around looking for a good spot to start the day at, and look over to our right, and this creature of a woman was just waving at us, and very friendly. I'll say that Tonto Tammy was extremely friendly, but
it was a sight.
And that's not even. Then we had the compound.
Oh, I know.
There's like 17 campers, or not even campers, 17 tents in one spot. It was the craziest thing.
There was legit like 9 tents, and it was kind of crazy. But for the most part, everyone we met was really nice.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with anybody we met. I feel like everybody was just laid back and chilled.
Yeah. Apparently, if you're an old guy and you trout fish, you just give people your plastic worms. Because
turn that off. That's annoying me.
We had Thursday. We had an old guy give us one of these small little plastic worms.
It was a power bait worm.
Yeah, and then you caught one on that.
Yep.
And then Friday we had another guy give us a little plastic worm, and I caught 2 on that one.
I think we met. I mean, even last year, even Meth Head Dave was nice. I mean,
yeah,
sketchy but nice.
He was sketchy.
I mean, we had some sketchy folks stop and talk to us too, but they're just mountain people. That's
just they all look a little sketchy.
Yeah, they're good people. They're all nice. I mean, they just running water's not a thing in the mountains, I don't think. And
you don't think so?
Definitely don't have mirrors. There ain't a mirror. There's not a mirror in North Georgia.
That's a fact, because there ain't no way you go outside dressing like that without a mirror.
Like Tonto Tammy? Well, they don't have mirrors. She was in a tent. They don't have mirrors in the tent.
That's right.
And they probably fell off the car, or they took them off. I would have taken them off if I was them. Like, we need no more mirrors. This is getting rough.
Yeah,
But other than that, I mean, we get there. First night at the campground was nobody there.
Yeah, literally, we were the only people there.
Got a little chilly. I didn't, but it got chilly.
It wasn't that bad.
I had my 20-degree sleeping bag, so I'm over sweating. I'm like,
he's got an Arctic sleeping bag. I've got my sleeping bag and like 2 blankets.
Yeah, all I needed was my Arctic sleeping bag. So when you become an adult, you can buy your own sleeping bag. I get cold easy. But yeah, I mean, we had new sleeping setup. I mean, that was great. We had these brand new tent. We got new air mattress. We had 2 twin air mattresses instead of trying to share one. And we had these 2-inch memory foam mats on top of it.
That was a game changer.
Oh, yeah. You didn't get cold on your bottom side. There's no air from that cold air mattress coming up on you. Our new tent didn't have a draft.
I know.
It's a 4-season tent instead of just a middle of summer tent.
Instead of a
Stargazer tent. Our last tent was a Stargazer, and we tried to use that in the winter.
It didn't work out too well.
I didn't know when I was buying tents that they had season ratings. I'm just like, hey, this one's $27 and that one's $80.
All right, we'll go with the $30 tent.
Yeah, that's what we did, and
we paid for that.
We got cold that first year. I mean, there was a draft all night.
You could feel it too.
My hair's blowing. It's messing up my hair. He said that, not me.
Yeah.
But I mean, we get a new tent. I got a real tent. I had to spend some money on it, but It was great.
It was the shower house.
Oh yeah,
That was
everybody.
the best.
Everybody wanted to make fun of me, not John, but everybody in our family wanted to make fun of me because I bought this tent. It's like maybe a 3x3 tent, and it's 7 foot tall, and it's basically a changing tent. So I bought it for our bathroom shower.
Yeah,
and we got a bathroom bucket, and then we got a shower. I bought a shower head with a pump on it. So we had 2 5-gallon buckets, one for the bathroom, one for the shower. I'd take that 5-gallon bucket of water from the creek, 3/4 of it I'd pour in this other pot, and I warmed it up to a boil, poured it back into the creek water. So you had a hot shower. I mean, it felt good.
It was nice.
And you get under there, I mean, you stink fishing, cleaning fish. I mean, we have fish guts.
Oh yeah,
all
everywhere.
Over us. I mean, those are some slimy fish, so we were nasty.
Especially the stocked ones.
I know.
Which
it was. I don't understand why the stock must be something with their genetics.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but the stocked fish, because we caught 2 or 3 non-stocked
that morning,
Thursday morning, and they stocked Thursday afternoon on the upper part of the creek. So we went up there and we limited it out. But the non-stocked ones were nowhere near as slimy as the stocked ones.
Yeah, because Friday, the most of those were probably, they hadn't stocked in 2 weeks down at the bottom part of the stream. So
yeah.
I would say some of those were, it's probably a mixed bag, 50-50, but they weren't as slimy Friday either.
No, but Thursday evening, they were.
It must be something from the water where they move them from the breeding tanks or lakes, wherever they breed them at.
Yeah.
Must be something from there in the whole transportation.
Maybe
it's like a defense mechanism of the trout, like a puffer fish, because maybe
we're
the
very
trout's
educated. We're very educated about this.
Yeah, if you can't tell. We're just making crap up, really. So don't try to use this.
Yeah.
Don't credit us for your school report.
No.
But, I mean, great trip. Caught a lot of fish. Had a great time. Can't wait to go again next year.
Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, and we got new fishing rods.
Oh, yeah.
I love my new fishing rod. I had a little bit of trouble with it on Thursday.
You figured it out, though.
I had to break it in, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lighter rod than I took last year, so I actually had to have a little bit more fun fighting the fish, which, I mean, it really wasn't much of a fight.
So we caught trout on crickets, corn, power bait, spinner,
spoon,
and a spoon,
and then
worm. Those power worms or whatever.
Yeah.
Cheese worms. That's what old man kept calling them, cheese worms, but it said power bait worms when he handed me that one.
So.
And then did that sketchy guy that stopped by, did he give you a worm?
Yeah.
Did you catch one on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and then the other guy gave you a worm the next day, right?
I think it was the sketchy guy the day before. I think you caught the worm on the first one.
On the old man's worm.
Yeah, on the old man. And then the sketchy guy gave me one, and then I used it the next day and caught fish.
There was this old man fishing with us Friday, and he kept just casting and wasn't catching nothing. Then he would catch something, and it would get off the hook. And John crosses over the creek and's over there standing by him every cast.
I mean,
he just rakes in 5 in a row, like 1, 2, 3, 4. And that man he quit. He left.
Did.
He's like, I'm done for the day.
Oh,
this old man needs a break. That's what he said.
That was amazing.
I was dying laughing.
I was trying not to because I was standing next to him, but we got down to this one fishing spot. We got down to this one hole, and we had actually seen this guy and some other guy in this hole when we drove past, and then we drove back and we decided we were going to fish that hole, and we get back and we don't see anybody. Well, he was like walking through the woods or something to get to the other side of this hole. And he gets over there and he probably cast it 2 or 3 times and he caught one. So I was like, all right, that's where they're at. So I crossed over through the water, which was a little sketchy. I almost flooded my boots.
Yeah,
like
I did.
He did.
My boots had a hole in them. Thank you, Muck Boot Company. The original Muck Boot Company.
But so I crossed over. And he's using like some kind of worm, and he's casting it, and he's reeling it back in. He's not fishing it very slowly, and I was using power bait, so I'd cast it and I'd let it sit, and you let it sit for a couple seconds, and then they'd go after it, and so I pulled out like 5 in
I know you did.
15 minutes. I
had to walk downstream. My boots were 2 inches shorter than his.
Yeah.
So I walked downstream And that's when I noticed my leak. When I still walked across, it was just shallower.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, my heel's wet. I thought at first water had run over, but I felt my pants were dry and my top of my socks were dry. It was just the bottom. But man, that was we caught so many fish, it made it easier for me to deal with wet feet.
Oh, then our trek back to the car.
Oh, yeah, we were trying to find a more shallow place to cross in. And finally, I'm like, this'll work.
I mean,
I did flood my boot. I got a good bit of water in my boot on that crossover, but I was done. I was tired of trekking through the woods.
Oh, I mean, we were legit trekking through the woods.
We were breaking a trail. There was no trail there.
Yeah, we were. It was fun.
Yeah, we had a great trip. Had a blast. Like I said, we'll definitely do it again.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Bills Mafia. Had a car issue yesterday. Not going to name the place we went, but we did go to a car dealership, get the car looked at. It's like a $200 diagnostic fee. The lady saw my hat, mentioned she was from Buffalo. We got talking about my wife's family's from up there. So we all got to have a conversation about Buffalo and talk about the cold weather up there and everything. And we go to pay and she's like, don't worry about it. This is for family. So shout out, go Bills, do good, be good, go Bills, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean,
do good, be good, God bless, go Bills. Josh Allen.
You know, I'm going to need to get me a hat.
I'm telling you, man, everybody in the family needs hats, shirts, and stickers because wearing a Bills hat has got concert upgrades now, and it saved me a $200 diagnostic fee. I told your mama, I'm like, this is how I can afford to keep buying Bills gear. Now I have $200 worth of gear I can go buy.
It's paying for itself.
It really is. I was a UGA fan for the Georgia Bulldogs for years. And the camaraderie I feel as a Bills Mafia fan, like, I love being part of the Bills Mafia. I love my Bills. I love watching my Bills play. Like, I enjoy watching the Bills play even more because of the camaraderie between the fans. Like, people say the Eagles or who else? Seattle. They got crappy fan bases. Well, maybe they do. But you might not like the Bills Mafia, but if you're part of the Bills Mafia, you don't have issues. They got your back. We take care of each other. So shout out to the Bills Mafia. Go Bills. Did good in the draft. I'm ready to get the season started. So before we dive into today's show, let's give a shout out to our presenting sponsor, Designs by Sydney. Sydney is a master of graphic design, creating everything by hand with a personal touch. She has you covered if you're looking for unique NASCAR driver stickers celebrating each week's winner. But that's not all. She also offers custom logos, letterheads, t-shirts, and a whole range of custom stickers. Do you need to revamp your business's branding or boost your social media with eye-catching graphics? Sydney's the artist for you. Check out Designs by Sydney today for all your design needs, where creativity meets craftsmanship. And for the month of April, use code CAR, C-A-R, 0425 at checkout to get $5 off an order of $25 or more. Now, let's jump back into the show. So each week, Sydney does the best race of the weekend poll. This weekend, it was 4 options. You had Cup, Xfinity, NHR 4-wide, and Ricky Bobby's final race. 8% voted for the Cup race. 65% voted for the Xfinity race. 4% voted for the NHRA 4-wide, which I don't really care for the 4-wide. I like just 2-wide's good enough. 4-wide's a little much. But 23% of you voted for Ricky Bobby's final race. I voted for the Xfinity race.
Xfinity race wasn't bad.
It wasn't good. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty typical.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the ending. And listening to DBC, Kyle was talking about it. Kyle's like, they should have let him go green because there was nobody else back there but like Brandon Jones maybe. And I mean, that's dangerous. So that's probably why they threw the caution. Like Brandon Jones likely to come down here and hit the safety truck. But Kyle's like, NASCAR race control could have went on their radio and said, all right, safety truck 2, safety truck 3, go to Connor Zillich now.
Yeah.
While they let them race. I mean, it's a 2.5 mile track.
Right. It's huge.
So, and then the NASCAR could have come over the spotters radio and say, hey guys, slow down after the start finish line. There's an accident on the back straightaway. Race is over.
Yeah.
Slow down. I don't disagree with Kyle. Also, don't have a problem with the caution coming out.
Me neither. Because man, when Connor hit the wall, I was like, oh man.
Oh, it's hard. And they said on his radio he was saying his back, my back. I'm hurt.
Yeah, it was a hard hit.
It hurt. It hurt watching it. If that would have been the new car,
Oof.
it would have probably been a fatality.
Yeah, I mean that was hard to watch.
And like Kyle Busch is like, when are we going to fix this wall? We've asked for years to get it fixed. There's no reason to have it jut out. Make it flush. And I agree with Kyle. I mean, like Freddie even said on DBC, he's like, if you have a trouble spot, we will find it every single time.
Yeah.
So,
but it was a good race.
Yeah, Xfinity.
Who won?
Oh, your boy, Austin Hill. Who else would win? It's a drafting track.
That's right. I forgot about that. I just remember.
He's now led the most laps at a drafting track out of anybody else. He's done it in a shorter amount of time than Dale Earnhardt or Dale Earnhardt Jr. did.
I mean, you can't deny.
No, he's great on drafting tracks. In that car.
Yeah.
I don't know how he'd be in the Cup car.
Well, no one's great at anything in the Cup car, really.
That's true. So, I watched the ending. I saw every camera angle NASCAR saw. I think Jeb won.
Yeah. I mean, I wish they would give like some hard, like analytics, because I know there's a way you can, like, I see people do it on YouTube. Like, I see people analyze shots like that to, measure and like figure out the depth and stuff like that.
Bro, you're getting way too professional. Like, it ain't. You got 4 dudes who are probably kicking 60, 65-year-old plus. They're sitting in race control. All of them up there on their walker and oxygen tanks probably. And I thank you. He's just a bird. No. I mean, nobody knows what the heck race control does. Yeah. It's the most inconsistent thing in the world. And you're bringing logic to the situation. That's right. Like, what is wrong with you?
But there really was not a good angle of that at all.
No. So what you're saying, there's experts who maybe hire one of these YouTube kids.
Yeah.
I don't know, pay him $50 a race to sit at home and analyze it when you screw up.
Yeah.
Send him the picture, let him analyze it, and then we'll go from there.
Because I really still don't know who won.
Yeah, I think if you'd have let him race back the finish line, we wouldn't even having this problem.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a weekly problem, Or
at least wait till someone's clearly out front.
Well, I mean, every week we don't know who won the race because there's half the time they're disqualified. I mean, we had Rockingham. Yeah. We had Jesse Love disqualified.
That was a great race.
Sammy Smith gets great race. Sammy Smith gets the win and negates the penalty he got for wrecking somebody intentionally, which I don't know. NASCAR makes rules just to break their own rules. So, I mean,
wrecking intentionally, we're going to severely penalize you, but not actually.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about Austin Cindric. I mean, he got out and said, yeah, I lost my cool and wrecked him. But that's
not.
That's not a suspension.
They don't get the suspension that they said they were going to give him.
So, but Sammy Smith wins that race. He's now a playoff driver. Who won the truck race at Rockingham? Tyler Ankrum.
Yeah.
Both Rockingham, NASCAR's already come out and said they're not going back to Rockingham with Cup cars yet.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank you. Finally, the first smart thing NASCAR's done in years.
Because if they go back there with the Cup cars, it's going to suck.
Then we won't even get to go back with the Xfinity cars ever again. They're like, yeah, Rockingham was a flop.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that.
Me too.
Keep it Xfinity only. Had a sold-out race. Heck, maybe we might go check out Rockingham,
Yeah. Keep the Cup cars off of it, please.
If they don't keep if they put Cup cars on it, it's over.
If they put Cup cars on any track, it's over.
It's over. Yeah. All right, Jeff Gluck's poll for Dega. We both voted no.
Yep.
And so did 61% of you. 39% of you said yes.
See,
I'm willing to bet that 30% of 39% of you said meh. Not yes.
Yeah, because it was a better Talladega race than we've gotten in the past couple years. But it still wasn't good.
Yeah, by next gen standards, that was a okay race.
Yeah, it still wasn't great.
No, I thought it sucked. Like, stage 1 was great.
Yeah,
the Toyotas are like, screw y'all. We're going all out.
Man, that was fun to just watch them.
Yeah, that made stage one good.
Then you realize how slow everyone else was going, and you're like, oh, wow.
4 wide doesn't entertain me.
Not anymore.
No, single file around the top to me was better because here's the thing: when they were single file around the top, and they decided to race, they could.
Yeah. You were just wait. You're like, when are they going to do it?
Here,
when are they going to jump?
It's only it's 4 wide or no racing.
Like, so I watched. So Sunday I watched the 2015 Geico 500. Dale Jr. won that race. Just happened to be a coincidence that 10 years ago Dale Jr. won this race. But I watched that race. Anytime they almost never went 4 wide, but anytime they were 3 wide. They were everywhere. You had no idea what was going to happen.
It looked like the Xfinity cars.
Yeah, like when it got 3 wide, it got crazy. Here in the Cup cars today, they run 4 wide. It looks like a parade.
Yeah, it looks like a pre-race parade.
Yeah.
You know, I heard. I don't listen to NASCAR Media. I listen to Dirty Mo Media, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I listen to DBC sometimes. The teardown sometimes, always listen to Dale Jr., always listen to Actions Detrimental. There's only so much of the teardown I can take.
Yeah.
And that's nothing against Jeff, but Jordan has just accepted this car as crap, and so is Jeff, really.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But the difference between me and Jeff and Jordan
is that we don't get paid.
I'm not getting paid to cover this sport. I don't need NASCAR to get a paycheck.
Yeah. We can say it sucks all day, and we don't care. We can stop watching.
I mean, I do care, but I only care because what else am I going to watch?
Right.
I'm going to find a whole. But here's the thing: if we weren't podcasting, and we were just casual fans, because that's obviously all NASCAR cares about is the casual fan.
We would not watch every race every week.
No,
not
I
the
would
full
watch
race.
Atlanta because I'd be there.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't watch Talladega. I'd watch the 500, just at least the intro part.
Yeah, like. I don't know. This week, I probably, if we didn't do the podcast, I probably would have stopped watching.
Stage 2?
Yeah, into stage 2.
Yeah, and then came back for the commercial at the end of the race.
Oh my gosh.
Fox goes to commercial with 9 laps to go and comes back with 5. Like, we didn't miss anything.
So I was busy Sunday and I didn't watch the whole race live, but I came back home and I left at the end of stage 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they ran like 10 laps in stage 2 before I had to leave, and so I came back and I started the race back. I finished the race in like an hour, in under an hour, because I was skipping through all the commercials. It was insane.
There was more commercials during the Talladega race than the Daytona 500, which was god awful.
Yeah, I mean it was ridiculous.
We got 4 hours of commercial and what felt like maybe an hour and a half of racing.
Yeah, it was insane.
I watched a lot of it, of the stage 2 and 3. I watched on the in-car cameras after you had left, just so I could listen to the audio. But I even got bored watching that. It's like, I don't know. I wasn't into it. Austin Cindric is pushed to victory by Kyle Larson.
Pushed? That might be an understatement.
I think Kyle Larson was trying to wreck Austin Cindric from the end of turn 4 all the way to the start-finish line.
I mean, shoot, dude, he was...
The back of the car looked like he was doing this every time Larson would bump him.
I mean, Austin's holding on for his life.
He drove a great 300 yards there.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he's holding on for his life. Larson's back here pushing the crap out of him.
I mean, Larson had no choice.
No.
He pulls out, he finishes last.
Yeah, like what else is he going to do? Like,
yeah.
he can't do anything else.
It's either pull out and finish last or stay in and finish second. I mean...
Guess shove him as hard as you can and go, well, didn't mean to wreck him.
I mean, that's what Denny said.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Austin Cindric winning. I think it was a cool victory. He is a goober. He is the most nerd goober who works out.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's almost a breath of fresh air. Like,
yeah.
It's, you got this goober on the team with Joey douchebag Logano and Ryan Blaney, who's Mr. Cool Guy with a temper.
Yeah.
Like the 3 of those guys are nothing alike.
Not even close.
They're all 3 like polar opposites. Like people like Blaney, people hate Logano, and people don't know who Cindric is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously Blaney would be the favorite on that team.
Yeah.
But I think Cindric's probably the coolest, to be honest with you. His personality, that goofy goober personality, like I want to hang out with the guy.
He's over there walking around with his Talladega reef.
Yeah, that was really cool. Like it was just, that was cool. It was a cool victory. Cindric,
he deserved it.
He deserved it more than anybody.
He's drove the crap out of his cars at these speedways.
Yeah, and then gets wrecked.
And gets wrecked. So he deserved to win one.
I was glad to see him win. So congratulations, Austin Cindric. Talking about Denny Hamlin wrecking Christopher Bell.
Yep.
Denny says that he was not doing anything different. And Christopher Bell was like, he was doing what he's supposed to be doing. It's just racing.
Yeah, I mean, even during the race when it happened, it's like, what just happened?
I know that would they needed more context to his in-car radio because the little thing they play, he's like, what the heck just happened there? Like, you pushed him and he wrecked. And what do you mean what happened there? But that's the only clip they played.
Yeah.
I actually went back on Max later and rewound it all the way to that and listened to it. I mean, Denny, he's like, if that's on me, I apologize. I was just pushing like I always had, and I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think Denny did anything there.
It didn't even look egregious either.
No, they weren't even up to speed.
Yeah. I mean, they were still trying to get up to speed. So
I know the 17 crew chief was pretty pissed. They took his driver out too.
There were plenty of people who are upset at Denny, but
yeah, I mean, get over it. That's just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's what we call that. You're mad at Denny? Oh, it must be Wednesday.
There were people upset at Bubba Wallace, you know?
There were people upset with Austin Cindric.
I know.
Let's talk about Joey Logano's rant. I mean,
oh my gosh. You know, Austin, that's your teammate. He's got your back.
Yeah.
He's there for you.
If I'm Austin, I'm keying his car. I'm throwing bologna slices on the hood of his car on a hot sunny day and leaving them there.
If I'm Austin, today in our little meeting, I'm wearing that wreath.
And my trophy.
Yeah. I'm
carrying my trophy in and wearing my wreath. And tell me why you're mad at me again for not wrecking you.
Yeah.
Because that's what Austin said. He goes, I couldn't. I was going to wreck Joey.
Yeah.
I wish you would have wrecked him, Austin. And then Chipper Jones jumps in.
Oh my
from
gosh.
the Atlanta Braves. And he is just bashing Joey. And I love it.
It's awesome.
I love every moment of it because I hate Joey Logano with a passion.
He's been unraveling a little bit this season.
Oh, Joey's been douchebag number one in my book for 20 years now. So I love seeing Joey Logano disqualified. I wish they would DQ him every week. You could disqualify him on lap 2 and I would be okay. So then he gets disqualified. Then Chipper Jones is back at it. Like, this is what you get. I love it. He's celebrating the disqualified.
I mean, we were too.
Oh yeah, I'm still celebrating. What do you mean?
This is great.
I'm still.
And what's even better is that they disqualified Joey and Ryan Preece, and they gave Joey last.
Oh, I know. That made it even better. Which Ryan was ahead of Joey, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Poor RFK, man.
Man, they had a terrible day.
For one, Brad Keselowski needs to retire. I think he has definitely surpassed the age.
Yeah.
And I think it happened during the offseason. They say it happens quick, but it happened really quick.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he was still, all right last year.
Yeah. He won a race last year.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll ever win another race. It's over. Brad needs to retire after this year. Retire while you still got your dignity because yesterday was quite embarrassing. You know, Brad's like, well, the guys in front of me slowed down. What? They don't have to tell you they're pitting. They didn't wave. Okay. They don't have to. There's no rule says they have to wave. Now, I understand common courtesy maybe, but it's racing.
Yeah.
You knew you were pitting. You should have been prepared for them to do something stupid. They did something stupid. You weren't prepared for it. You ruined Blaney's day.
Yep.
You ruined Kyle's day pretty much.
Yeah, but don't worry. Kyle came back and sped on pit road later.
Yeah, he ruined his own day.
Really ruined his day.
God, that sucked. Kyle can't catch a break.
No, and it's like 50% his fault and 50% not.
I want to say it's like 75% not, but I think because he wants to win so bad, he's overdriving it and making stupid mistakes when he shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
But Brad Keselowski definitely. I mean, that stupid move on his part. Ross Chastain, let's talk about his move.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't think he should have.
I understand they're saying it's what you have to do. But listening to Denny, I mean, he makes good points. If you're not allowed to merge,
Right.
they have a merge rule, then this is a safety issue. Ross is going 140, 150. They're going 190, and he swerves up in front of him. I hope next time Denny hits him so hard, Ross's teeth fall out.
Denny basically said he would.
Oh, he said next time there'll be a wreck.
Yeah. Like, and there should be. And it seems to be a track house problem.
Trash house?
Yeah, because Daniel Suarez, he managed to do it last year at one of these super speedways. I don't remember if it was Talladega or Daytona. I think it was Daytona.
I don't understand why at track house, you were telling me earlier, talking about the pit crews.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Suarez, he's got a third place pit crew.
Yeah.
And everybody else has got 30th.
Yes. So I watched a video. It was titled like, you know, how Trackhouse is holding Ross Chastain back. And the main claim was that Daniel Suarez has one of the best pit crews, a top 5 pit crew in the sport. And this is for 2024. And then Chastain was like 27th. This year, Daniel Suarez right now has like the 3rd best pit crew, and Ross Chastain and SVG's pit crews are in the 30s.
I mean, wouldn't you think the guy who you knew wasn't coming back next season would not have the best pit crew?
Yeah, you would think that your championship driver,
Yeah,
like, Ross, he went to the Final Four.
Yeah, I might not like him,
but he's good.
He's decent,
and
he's stupid.
He would probably be a top 10 driver every week if you gave him Daniel Suarez's pit crew.
I mean, what do you expect? You can't expect a whole lot out of trash house racing. I mean, track house racing. I keep calling him trash house so much, it's coming out naturally now.
And poor SVG, you know he's got a worse pit crew than Ross.
Oh, you know he does. I understand. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But if you plan on keeping Ross and SVG for 2026, which they do, and you plan on putting Connor Zilic in that Suarez car, why wouldn't you give those two guys your best pit crews?
Yeah.
It should be Ross with the number 5 pit crew, SVG with the number 30, and then give Daniel Suarez the number 32.
The bottom of the barrel. But here's what I don't understand is how are you going to have a top 3 pit crew and then 30th place pit crews?
Money.
Yeah.
I mean, Pitbull left. They ain't got that Pitbull money anymore.
That's true.
Oh, they got sponsor money now.
Now they're really realizing, this is why there's a lawsuit.
Yeah, exactly. This is why Denny's trying to help us out.
Yeah.
We talked about NASCAR Media trying to tell us this car is what it is. It's going to be around forever. We need to accept it. It's not that bad.
It
We
really
enjoy
is.
Sunday's what we enjoy. Jared was even trying to talk about that on Actions Detrimental, and Denny's like, "What channel is that on, Jared?" He's like, "I don't want to say."
Yeah, because it's the NASCAR channel.
They're not going to say anything bad. Like, I'm surprised Denny dogs them out like he does. I'm surprised Dale Jr. calls them out when he does. I'm not, Jeff will every once in a while, but Jordan is a NASCAR kiss butt to no extent. Like, I get frustrated listening to Jordan try to justify the crap NASCAR shovels us each week.
Like, no, there ain't no justifying it. I feel like Denny's dogging on NASCAR more and more and more.
I feel like Denny's done.
Yeah.
I think Denny's years in NASCAR racing are coming to an end. I don't know if it'll be this season. It might be next season, but
because Denny always says he always says he's going to stop racing when he stops becoming competitive. He's still competitive.
Yeah,
he's
mad.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely mad.
He doesn't like. Denny doesn't care for the style of racing that NASCAR currently has, and like I said earlier, it's not made for the long-term fan.
No.
What we have is made for somebody to just flip the channels and goes, "Oh, this looks cool. I think we'll stay on it and watch."
Yeah.
That's what it's made for. They're long-term fans. NASCAR gave us the middle finger years ago. All they've focused on for 20 plus years now is bringing in the new fan. And the farther we've gotten from 20 plus years ago now, the less there is in NASCAR for the diehard long-term fan.
And when that, I want to know what NASCAR means by new fan, because if they were trying to bring in new fans 10 years ago, where are they? Because they've done a really crappy job.
Well, don't have that argument online with anybody about the media. It only matters if they're up over last year. No sport should be able to hold a fan base for too long. You know, we used to have 10 million viewers back in the day, and I had a guy argue with him. I'm like, he's like, well, yeah, but that was 10 years ago. I'm like, but we used to have that. I mean,
We're down. Like,
we're down half
yeah.
or more than half. Less. I mean, we're like 40% of the people who watched 10 years ago are still watching today.
Like, I don't know if NASCAR, well, obviously they don't understand this, but bringing in new fans, that's more on like the promotion side.
Instead, we get this crappy car that is god awful.
I'm like you said, I think NASCAR is in this mindset of flipping through channels, see 4 wide, and go, oh, okay. Because after that initial, oh, okay, there's literally nothing to retain your interest whatsoever.
No, zero.
Like, you come back and watch next week, you're like, oh, this is kind of boring. All right.
Yeah,
I'm going to go back to watching.
You're going to bring
soccer.
them in with 4 wide at Talladega and then take them to Texas.
Yeah.
We've been begging to burn Texas to the ground for 10 years. Ever since they did this stupid reconfiguration out at Texas, it's a mile and a half. The next gen car runs good on a mile and a half, except Texas. Like, if I'm the president of Texas, I'm like, well, he retired already. There's a reason he left. But I'm just saying, like, I'd burn it down. Like, oops.
Get rid of it.
We had an accidental fire, and it was really hot because it burned up the asphalt, too. And a tractor moved all the asphalt out. Now, like I said, the only way to fix Talladega is to cover it in gravel. I would watch
Talladega
that.
or Texas?
Both, probably, at this point. I meant Texas, but
Yeah.
Talladega. At Talladega, we're gonna have asphalt front and back straight.
We're going to go dirt through the corners.
and go dirt through the corners. At Texas, we're going gravel for a mile and a half. Imagine driving 150 miles. I mean, it'd be going like 110 at the max.
Yeah.
Would you imagine watching them drive that? Even 110 miles an hour with 40 cars on gravel would be interesting. I would watch it at least once.
Yeah.
All the busted windows.
Oh, man.
It'd be
all
amazing.
the rocks flying. Yeah. Whew.
So NASCAR offered all the teams the opportunity to do what they want to the cars for the All-Star race, and the team said no.
Oh, man. When you told me that, I was frustrated. I was like, why? This is what we've wanted, right? Like, we want, like, even Denny, like, on his show is like, you need to get your engineers together and just say, have at it. Well, so NASCAR, assumingly, that's what it looks like, is like, all right, guys, have at it.
They said, run what you brung.
Which sounds a little stupid, but.
Well, that's what he used to say back in the day. Like it's short track racing.
Oh, yeah.
It's a short track racing thing from back in the day. Run what you brung. I was mad that the team said no, but I think NASCAR intentionally set the teams up here.
I do too.
NASCAR knew it was a bad financial decision for the teams to do this. I think NASCAR knew the teams would say no. So, I mean, what we figured out is it would cost them about $750,000 per car.
Roughly.
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 That's our uneducated guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Denny Hamlin said it was going to cost him $2 million. We took that and divided it by 3. That's how we came up with a rough guess here.
Yeah.
But they're going to throw that away just to win $1 million. For
Right.
one, me and Jamie 4 years ago were talking about how stupid it is that, and we're still running 2021. We're running for $1 million. Well, here we are in 2025 and we're still running for $1 million.
Right. So even if a 3-car team modifies the crap out of these cars and wins, they are still at a loss.
Yeah. There's no, even if you would have to be a single car team, modify the crap out of your car
and win,
and then you would make a profit.
Which is almost impossible because you're not going to beat Penske, Hendricks, or Gibbs.
Yeah, because you have to go to Penske, Hendricks, or Gibbs
to modify these parts.
Modify your car.
They don't have, these lower grade teams do not have the equipment.
No, the CNC machines.
Yeah, to modify the parts of this car.
like I said, I think NASCAR intentionally set the teams up for failure so they can be like, hey, we told them to do what they wanted to do. I think what NASCAR should do, they should be on the phone right now calling every team going, all the rules stay in place except for horsepower. Do what you want with the motor.
Or just be like, all right, guys, we're going to do a run what you brung, but we cover it all.
Well, that was what Denny was essentially saying. Like, the teams didn't create this problem of a car. NASCAR mandates this crappy car.
Yeah.
So the teams aren't going to pay to fix it. Essentially, NASCAR wants the teams to be their research and development center while they sit at home and count their money.
Basically, like
it's crap.
Like we said, this was to set the teams up for failure. But even if the teams agreed, basically what NASCAR wants the teams to do is to fix their car without paying them.
That's exactly what they want.
Without putting any funding behind it, because NASCAR, I mean, surely they know this car sucks.
I don't think they care, man. I
don't think they care, but I think they know.
They love this car.
I think they know this car is terrible and that it's not putting on a product that's interesting fans at all.
It's interesting to Jim France because his favorite kind of racing is sports car racing. Where do you think IMSA?
Oh, yeah.
Jim France runs IMSA. He is IMSA. Well, now Jim France, after the whole cocaine debacle with the other France kid, has to step back up and run the show.
Look what we got.
Crap. We got a stupid sports car in a stock car world. Like,
yeah,
I'm not even going to rant about it. I really don't care anymore. Like, truly, I don't. Like, I enjoyed the 2 weeks we took off not recording and talking about NASCAR because it's very exhausting coming on here week in and week out and complaining or when you try to put a show together off of Bristol.
Oh my gosh.
Or off of Martinsville or off of a Darlington or even off of Talladega. I mean, it's not easy. And then you end up getting frustrated. And I'm just tired of getting frustrated about it. Like, I would rather, 90% of the time I could care less. It's when I get on here, I'm reminded of this is the sport as a child I sat in my grandfather's lap and watched. This is the sport as a child I remember watching my father flip over a coffee table at my great-grandmother's house because Dale Earnhardt took the lead. He didn't even win. He just took the lead. This is the sport that I grew up as a child going to. This is a sport that me and my buddies used to go to. This is a sport that I got to take my son to for his first race at Talladega with my dad, 3 generations of Dale Jr. fans, and watch Dale Jr. win. This sport has so many memories for me.
Yeah.
And that's why I get passionate and that's why I get mad. But it's only on this show.
Right.
Outside of this show, I don't even tell people I like NASCAR anymore.
Yeah. I say I watch it.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan anymore. If it was not for the podcast, I would not watch but maybe a quarter of the races a year.
Yeah.
I'd still go to Atlanta every time they came to town because it is cool in person.
It is fun. And Atlanta's a good race.
But, yeah, Atlanta's a good race. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's a little treat for us Atlanta residents after having the old Atlanta for so long.
So, talking about the All-Star race.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have the Marcus Smith caution.
Yep.
Look. Jeff Gluck mentioned Talladega. Let's break it up into 2 dual races.
Stupidest thing I've ever heard.
And we'll give half points.
I watched the 2015 Spring Talladega race. No
stage breaks.
No stage breaks, and it was far better. I think we should get rid of stage. Honestly, after watching that race, I think we should get rid of stage breaks.
You know how
at
boring.
Superspeedways.
I think we keep stage breaks because until we get rid of this car. I don't like this car.
But
my thing is get rid of the gimmicks. If that means getting rid of stage, if we get rid of stage breaks and that means we get rid of the stupid gimmicks like 2-option tires, compounds sprayed on the track, Coca-Cola rubbed on the pit lane, whatever we're doing, promoter cautions, these are gimmicks. If I want gimmicks, I'll go to the circus. I don't want gimmicks. I want racing.
Yeah.
Instead of giving me gimmicks, fix the car. Instead of blaming Goodyear, fix the car. Fix the car. I mean, that's what it all boils down to.
I mean, I don't know. Think about this. If we got rid of stage breaks for the next Talladega race or the next Daytona race, it would force them to pit under green more.
Well, we got rid of stage breaks for the Road of America race.
But that's a what you call it?
Road course.
Road course.
I agree.
I think
But that was
I
the
think
worst decision we ever made because that was the most.
At Road America, absolutely. But I think at a super speedway where they're having to pit under green and then they're cycling out, it becomes a little like maybe that much more interesting.
I mean, I would say at this point I'm willing for anything, but I'm not. I'm done with the gimmicks. If you told me next week we were not going to have stage breaks at the next Talladega, I would not go, yes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, whatever. I mean, so.
Because it's not going to be good racing either way. Like,
So what do you think about the promoter caution?
I think it's stupid. I think the way they're doing it is stupid. Like,
I like what DBC said and Kyle Busch said. They said they should let a fan make the call, but he should have to drink a beer every 10 laps. When he falls over, the caution comes out. That's content. And I agree with Kyle. Kyle Busch is like, that's content right there.
yeah.
I agree. Let's make a fan drink a beer, run a lap around the track, drink another beer, run a lap around the track, and keep drinking and running, drink and run, drink and run, drink and run. Eventually, he's going to fall over.
Yeah.
And it's not going to take that many beers. He's going to fall over or puke one. But either way, if he pukes, caution comes out. If he falls over, caution comes out. I mean, I think we should do something stupid like that. Let a fan pick. I mean, instead we got Marcus Smith and his team get to pick. Like,
oh yeah, that makes me feel real good.
oh, I'm excited about that. Oh, way to go, Marcus.
Yeah.
I'm still peeing in a trough at Atlanta, so I know you're the king of good decisions.
That's right.
So I mean, I don't think this would have bothered me years ago. In the old car that had good racing, but
it's not going to make a difference.
They're only doing it because the race here sucks.
Yeah, it's still going to suck.
Yeah,
like
it's just going to have a caution, and it's just going to prolong it.
A restart is not going to make this race any better.
No. Make them run on 3 tires.
Because if it's anything like last year's All-Star race, you're not going to be able to pass the last place car anyway. So
they can't pass any car.
There's not going to be any lapping. Like they're not going to lap each other. So a restart's literally going to do nothing.
I mean, we used to invert the field at Charlotte. We did all kind of gimmicks at Charlotte, and they were always stupid. I was just let them race. That's kind of always what I wanted. And I say the same thing here, but it sucks. Racing sucks here, so whatever. Yeah. Homestead, final race of the season for 2026. And then after that, some speculation says we'll be rotating each year. What do you think?
I mean, yeah. I think it's good. I still think that there should be a championship round instead of a championship race, but that'll probably take at least another 25 years before we get that.
Here's my thing. I don't care.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we're going to Homestead. Whoop-de-doo. We could go to Phoenix. Whoop-de-doo. I don't really care.
Unless we're going to Atlanta, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, this car sucks. You know, I'm just not excited about Homestead. I want to be, but I'm not. Like it's kind of too little, Phoenix? Too late. That's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah,
I'm to that point where you have pushed this fan so far away, giving me what I wanted 2 years ago. Doesn't even matter anymore. I mean, that'd be like me buying you a PlayStation 2 for Christmas.
Yes,
and you've always wanted a PlayStation, son. I got you a PlayStation 2. Like it's not the same. Like I wanted it a few years ago because I was still loving NASCAR.
Yeah,
I don't even care anymore.
I mean, Homestead's better than Phoenix.
Yeah, it definitely. Homestead will put on a way better race.
Yeah,
and the track the city's not paying NASCAR $10 million. NASCAR's taking this one on the chin, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they're really taking the budget cut for us.
Exactly. I mean, they're not missing out on anything. The prize money probably went down $10 million.
Yeah.
Rodney Childers, he is out at Spire Motorsport, and MC Duwell. Michael McDowell says Justin Haley can no longer call him daddy.
I mean,
I was questioning it at first, like why they parted ways, because even Rodney said it wasn't working. He needed to go.
Yeah,
but maybe it's Justin calling him daddy all the time.
I mean, there's some comments have come out, and Justin Haley, he seems to be a little
strange dude,
a little freakish.
I mean, he called Allmendinger daddy. He called McDowell daddy. Is he calling Rodney daddy too? I mean, They looked like they were getting better.
Yeah, I mean,
You have one of the best crew chiefs in the garage, but maybe he's not a good fit for Spire. I don't know. I think whatever happened, I think it's going to work out better for Rodney.
Rodney's he's not a good daddy.
He wasn't a good dad to Justin. I mean, Justin's got daddy issues.
He must.
I mean, here at the end of the day, it's going to work out better for Rodney than it is Justin.
Oh yeah,
or Spire. I think Justin will be okay. And Justin's a talented kid. He's a kid, but he's talented.
Yeah.
But I think it'll work out better for Rodney in the end than Spire. Rodney will find a ride somewhere or find a job somewhere, or he won't. He'll go do something else. Like maybe he's sick and tired of this stupid car.
I wouldn't blame him. That would be too.
Let's talk about Fox. You know, one thing I just realized, or I didn't realize, one thing my buddy Brandon pointed this out to me, and I was listening. He pointed it out to me. Then I went and listened to the Rick Allen interview, and I had that same moment he had where it just went off. A light bulb went off, man. I'm like, oh my God. Fox could have brought Rick Allen home to the Truck Series this year, but they chose Jamie Little instead. I try really hard on here not to bash Jamie Little because I actually like Jamie. I think Jamie Little is a phenomenal person. She does a great job as a pit road reporter.
Mm-hmm.
I think she actually is probably one of the best pit road reporters out there. She's very well spoken. She seems like she enjoys that job.
Yeah.
Play-by-play is not her thing.
It's not.
It's okay. It's okay. I am not a brain surgeon. So you know what I don't do? I don't do brain surgery.
Right.
If you're not a play-by-play person, you know what you shouldn't do? Play-by-play.
I'm not an astronaut. I don't go flying up in space.
Well, you can't say that anymore. We just had 4 idiots or whatever go up there and go to space. Like, if you know Jeff Bezos, he'll send you up. Jeff Bezos needed a break from his wife so bad, he sent her and a handful of friends to space. He's like, y'all hear that? Silence.
They're no longer on the planet.
I had to get her off the planet just to have some peace and quiet.
That's awesome.
But no, I mean, you're not an astronaut, so you don't go to space. Like,
yeah,
know your role, stay in your lane. But the fact that, I mean, that Rick, if you haven't listened to the Dell Jr. Download Rick Allen interview, go listen to it. Probably one of my favorites. I can remember on this show bashing Rick because after Dell left, the camaraderie in that booth was stunted. They struggled. I think they would have got it back together the next season, but you know, listening to that interview made me realize why they were so good together because they're friends.
Yeah.
You know, it's obvious Clint, Mike, and Kevin are not hanging out outside of work. They're not friends. I mean, heck, most of the time I feel like Kevin wants to pop Clint in the mouth. And Mike's just like their grandfather. They love him, but they're like, Mike, hello. That last lap,
up.
the last lap, the end of the race, and stage 3, the end of the race at Talladega they sounded like they didn't care.
Yeah.
It's almost like the ending snuck up on them and like, oh, it's over.
Like, whoa.
Austin Cindric wins the race.
Wow.
I mean, Mike didn't even have nothing, whatever, one of his Mike-isms. He had nothing to say. and it's just, the production is bad, for one. The broadcast team is bad, for two. Yeah. I think Kevin Harvick is great on a podcast.
Yes, I actually do enjoy his podcast.
I do too. He's probably one of my favorites, to be honest. Outside of Dirty Mo Media, it's one of my favorite podcasts. So when Kevin leaves Fox, Dell Jr. can put him on Dirty Mo Media.
Yeah.
I like Kevin's podcast. I even like Mamba. But so I do a poll every week in the Jeff Gluck poll. I do a poll in the comment section for the best broadcast booth of the weekend. This weekend, your options were Cup, Xfinity, Cars Tour, and Stanley Cup playoffs. The Cup Series, we had like 1,300 votes, I think, this week.
Wow.
Cup got 3%. 3. Doing it for Dell.
Doing it for Dell.
Out of Talladega.
Yep.
Xfinity got 62. Cars Tour, which I was surprised by this, only got 12. Stanley Cup got 23%. So Cars Tour, I think, would have been higher if it was free.
Yeah.
And everybody complains about the $80 for Flow Racing, but it's $80 for the whole year. Or at least that's what it was when I re-signed up. It might be $90
Way more
now.
to watch the Cup Series.
Yeah, I'm paying $80 a month to watch the Cup Series. So Flow Racing is by far the best value for your buck.
Yeah.
So if you don't have it, go get it. But it's bad when the best broadcast should be your Cup Series and it's the worst.
Yeah.
Out of this,
Out of
like
all the options.
Like I said, Fox went to commercial, this is how bad it was. Fox is at commercial, comes back with 11 to go. With 9 to go, they go back to commercial. It was so sudden after they had came back from commercial. Mike Joy didn't know how to even get to it.
He's like,
Mike's like,
we're going to commercial.
We're gonna go back to commercial one last time. Mike's like, guys, I just introed us back from commercial.
He's like,
and now I'm introing us back to commercial.
He's like,
turned
all
this
right,
on to watch.
coming back with 11 to go. Here we go. Whoever's in the lead. And all right, guys, we're going back to commercial one last time.
Yeah, it was awkward. But the whole race felt out. One time they had the side-by-side going at commercial.
Yeah.
And I look over at the racing, and it's these computer-generated cars. It's not even real cars. It looks like I'm watching iRacing.
What?
For a minute there, I'm like, the Matrix has glitched. There is no race going on at Talladega today. They are lying to us. They're making this up.
It's not real.
Yeah, like flat Earth is real, guys.
Maybe it's not. Maybe they don't race.
Maybe they don't. Maybe it's all computer generated and they're just fooling us.
Yeah.
I don't know what we see in person there. Maybe we're just in a coma.
Yeah.
We walk in, they tase us. We don't even know it. They feed us a memory with Neuralink and send us home.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
At
this point, anything's possible. Don't trust the government or NASCAR.
You think that the products would be better, though, if they were lying to us?
You do. It probably would. So
it must be real.
But I'm just saying, Fox can't. Half the time, Fox would change camera angles, and the camera guy's looking at the sky. You're like, oh, I gotta get in position. Like that was Artie's final race with Fox. He's been there for 78 years now. He's aged out. Yeah. Now he's gonna go do NFL Monday Night Football. So if Monday Night Football starts sucking, we know why.
Yeah.
And if NASCAR gets better, we know why.
Hey, who was your favorite team this weekend?
What do you mean?
Who was your favorite team on the track this weekend? We had our favorite team, remember?
Who?
Kendrick Racing.
Oh! You know,
Kendrick Motorsports.
Kendrick Motorsports, I tell you what, they're dominant. Oh, Rich Kendrick.
Yeah.
I mean, during Fox's pre-race, it said, coming up next, Kendrick Motorsports versus Joe Gibbs Racing.
I was a diehard Kendrick Motorsports fan this weekend.
Were you?
Yeah.
Well, Jim Gordon over there, he does a really good job how he runs the organization. And
yeah,
I mean, it's hard not to pull for Jamie Johnson's old team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know Jamie Johnson's went somewhere else. He's over at Lutheran Motorsports, but still, I'm still a fan. Like
Yale Jr.
Yeah.
I mean,
the good old days.
You gotta love them. It was. I mean,
it's the dumbest thing. Like, how you get that wrong? I mean, there's really the largest, in my opinion, the biggest team in NASCAR is Hendrick Motorsports.
Easily.
How you screw that up? Do we not have a proofreader
for your graphics? I mean,
my phone proofreads. I can't write Obama without it changing it to Osama. Like my phone proofreads for me. You type in Hendrick, and it comes up Kendrick.
I mean that.
You trying to tell me Kendrick Lamar is bigger than Rick Hendrick? No. No. I've never heard of KendrickCars.com.
Yeah, but
Fox is garbage.
That's just another example of Fox sucking.
Yep. Well, we got 3 more races. Then we get Dale Jr. back for 10 races. Thank God.
Yes.
I've missed him. Dale Jr. in the booth is phenomenal, by the way. Like, I'll actually watch those 10 races.
Yeah.
That 10 race stretch will be great. And then we go to.
Do you know what race that starts on? Like where at?
600.
Oh, good.
So we have Fox for the All-Star, and then we go to 600, and we get freshness.
It's like a
newness,
breath of fresh air.
New media package.
Oh, and then Larson's running Indy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll actually be a good weekend.
I can't wait. And we got the Dell documentary coming out.
Yeah, that's going to be a great weekend, actually.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's actually going to be a phenomenal holiday weekend there.
Yeah, we're going to get to watch the Indy 500, the
Coke 600.
the Coke 600, and the documentary.
And it's going to be on Amazon Prime.
With Dale Jr.
So we don't have to go to commercial every 4 laps.
Yeah, that'll be good. We got something to look forward to.
I'm telling you, next week we're going to Texas. I might not watch. We might not have a podcast next week. So we've been discussing this. John's going to be going off to college soon. So the podcast will be coming to an end. I hate to break the news to everybody. I'm actually in talks with our pastor at our church about coming up with some podcast ideas. So hopefully that works out. Jamie's trying to get me to do another podcast. I don't know that I can do a podcast with Jamie and the preacher at the same time.
Conflict of interest.
It is a huge conflict of interest. Like, I got Jamie who can barely not drop the F-bomb, or my preacher. And if I'm doing both, it's like going to be kind of weird. So
yeah,
I do kind of want to do a show with Jamie again because Jamie's my best friend and we have fun. And I like messing with Jamie. Like, I know what buttons to push and I know how to get Jamie as unhinged as possible on the podcast.
Yeah.
Which is entertaining to me and to other people. So maybe me and Jamie will do a show eventually, but we were talking about not doing a show every other week because it's starting to take 2 weeks of racing to have enough content to do a show.
Yeah.
So basically, I think what we'll do is if the Jeff Gluck poll is 40% or lower, we're not doing a show that week. I think we're going to let the Gluck poll decide it for us.
If we do a show, I don't know. I think we just go like, do we have anything to talk about? No. All right, we'll record next week.
Yeah, it'll be a week to week thing.
Yeah.
So if you see we don't have a show next week,
you'll probably see us again for the All-Star race.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if we did every other week, we'd get in here before the All-Star race. So, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on next week. We'll see how Texas goes. Not very hopeful.
Who knows? But there's like a 0.0003% chance.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Who you picking?
Oh, for Texas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going with Christopher Bell.
Seabell. I'll go Larson.
I mean, I don't want any new winners the rest of the season.
I don't either. I want us to have 10 winners or less for the whole season.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
10 or less.
8
Preferably.
Or less. 8 would be a good number.
I think 7.
Well, I think everybody at Hendricks, everybody at Gibbs gets a win. So that's 8.
Yeah.
And we've already had.
Oh, everyone at Gibbs doesn't get a win because Ty Gibbs ain't winning.
And Kyle Larson calling him out was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot to mention that.
Yeah, Kyle Larson said Gibbs was a failed experiment.
Yeah. Go back to the Xfinity Series, child.
Yeah.
Child of mine. Which I get. I cut Gibbs some slack. I mean, he lost his dad. He wins the Xfinity Championship. He's going to be a Cup driver full-time the next season, and his dad passes away the night of his championship celebration.
Yeah.
So I
mean,
cut him
tough.
a little slack. I can't imagine what he must have went through. And him and his dad were really tight.
Yeah.
You know, him and his dad had a relationship like me and you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, they were close. So I couldn't even imagine losing my dad, much less if me and my dad had a relationship like me and you where we hung out daily.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Ty and his dad were at that point still. Ty was at that age where his dad was still around all the time. I'm 40. You know, my dad's not here every day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I cut him some slack due to that. Like, I feel like because of that, he's probably mentally struggling. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But at some point, your performance on the track's got to pick up.
But I think the best point that Kyle had was that the cars are so different, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, look at Hocevar skip the Xfinity Series altogether and comes to Cup.
Yeah. Like,
and is good.
Right. Because, I mean, you're not going to gain, you're not really going to gain anything from the Xfinity Series to go to Cup.
Not at all.
Because, I mean, look at anyone who's come from the Xfinity Series to go to Cup. They struggle. They're like, we used to have these Xfinity champions and these good Xfinity drivers coming to Cup and win races in their rookie season.
Denny Hamlin won a race in his rookie season.
Yeah, they would win races in their rookie season. We haven't had that in years.
Rookies don't win anymore.
No, it takes you like 3 years to win.
Or more.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the car. I don't feel like I ranted. Did I rant?
Not really.
Yeah, I thought I did good. I was trying to hold back my rants.
Yeah,
Just because I'm tired of ranting.
It's not worth it.
It's energy. It's energy better spent somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like counting grass or watching paint dry. Things like that.
Yeah, fun stuff.
So we got Texas coming up this weekend. Race is at 3:30 p.m. That's kind of all I got, dude.
Good luck to anyone who watches.
Yeah. We'll be praying for you.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything we missed? We talked about disqualifying. Talked about all that good stuff.
I mean, we actually didn't talk about Ryan Preece, I don't think.
Well, he got disqualified with Joey. We did say he got disqualified because we talked about him Joey went to last and Ryan was ahead of him.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever really talked about it. But
yeah, I think Ryan had some extra shim and Joey was missing a bolt. Yeah. I don't know what that does, nor do I care at this point.
Yeah.
So I hate it. I am tired of disqualification though. Like I would like to know the finishing order of the race when I turn the TV off. Instead, I go to Twitter a few hours later to see the finishing order. Yeah, because I know it's changing. I feel like every weekend it changes in one of the series. So, all right, that's all I got.
Yep.
Thanks to everybody who listens and watches each week and follows the show. Make sure to follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts as well. Leave us a review like Brandon and Eric did. When you leave us a review, it helps other people find the show. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Sydney, for leaving us reviews. It definitely helps people find our show. And make sure to check out Designs by Sydney, the official presenting sponsor of Race Car Spelled Backwards. Other than that, y'all have a great week, and we will see you after Texas. Bye, everyone.